Hello, my name is Good Guy Mike, and welcome to Flow. Flow is a relaxing game, and so I'm going to be toning down my normal excitement to just kind of focus and relax you through this game and teach you about a game I enjoy very much. This game is called Flow, and it's an interesting game because while most games focus on an end point or a certain set of criteria to win, this one doesn't really have one. This game does have different goals and objectives that you're supposed to complete, such as finding the red sphere and not eating the blue one, but there is no real end to this game. It's a game that has no losing or winning, it's just a journey. You go on this auditory and visual trek until you reach the final spot where you can't go any further, but it doesn't give you the sign that you can't go any further. It just gives you a challenge that you can't beat, and that's much like life. See, this game is very relaxing for me because it's much like the challenges of life. And I know that's very cliche to say, but I'll tell you why I think so. See, it's a game that has challenges in it, and there will be certain points where you'll meet a brick wall and you cannot proceed any further. So you'll need to go back down a level, practice a few more times, get a little bigger, a little bit stronger, and then move up. And in this game, failure is not necessarily a bad thing, as in life. Most people are taught that failure is the worst thing that could possibly happen, when in actuality, failure is good and a necessary part of the learning process. We need failure so we can grow as people, become stronger, challenge ourselves. I once knew a professor who kept all the different rejection letters he'd gotten from colleges over the years as he was applying for jobs. I used to think he was crazy, and one day I asked him about it. He told me the reason why he kept those letters was because you couldn't truly know that you're at the edge of your game and about to get better until you fail. See, failure means that you aren't good enough, but that is great, because that means that you're pushing yourself, you're trying new things. If you always succeed, how will you ever know if you're getting any better? See, once you fail, you know a line all of a sudden. You know where the wall is, and you can try again and work hard to get better. And then once you succeed at that thing, you know you've gotten better, which makes the victory so much more sweet. And I know it's a cliche saying, and I know probably everybody here has heard it, but anything worth having was hard to get. And it's true. It was something that my father had said to me. Because when I was younger, I always wanted to take the easy way out, because there were certain things that I was naturally good at, such as math, and there was things that I was naturally bad at, such as reading. Because as a child, I suffered from dyslexia, and for a long time I tried to hide from reading, and that handicap grew until I had trouble speaking in front of other people, because I stuttered, and I didn't have the greatest vocabulary. But see, I faced it head on. And now I can hold a decent conversation with people, whether they're a good friend or a stranger, somebody I'm meeting for the first time, a family member I haven't seen in a long time. Holding conversations are quite enjoyable now, and I enjoy getting to meet other people and making other people laugh. And I would have never been able to do that if I had hidden from my fear of speaking because of my dyslexia. But as you see, as we continue down this, the levels change. As they get more challenging, the background gets a little bit darker. Kind of like life. As you get deeper and deeper into your challenges, sometimes you lose a little bit of perspective. You forget where you came from, how hard things were before, and you start to only focus on the bad. But remember just how far you came. Anytime you think about quitting, realize how much you wanted to be where you're at right now, and how much you would have given to when you started to be right where you're at. Because if you quit, you'll inevitably drop back to where you started at and be wishing just to be where you're at right now. See, a lot of times we lose perspective. Both people who have never tried stuff and people who have been doing things for a very long time. It's easy to forget that the expert at anything was a beginner at one time. Once again, another cliche statement, but absolutely true. See, very few people are God's gift to anything. Yes, of course there are always exceptions to the rule. I once knew a guy in high school who ran fast enough his freshman year that he was already getting looks from different colleges. But what happened to him was that he washed up. He was too good for his own good. And he didn't know what it was like to struggle. He didn't know how much a gift it truly was. He ended up washing up, And now, unfortunately, he's still living in our hometown, serving burgers. It's a sad effect. While I, somebody who was a much, much worse runner than he was originally, am now running college track, something that I've dreamed of doing since I was a little kid, just because I kept going. If I'd quit every time I'd lost a race, or somebody told me I wasn't good enough to go, I would have never made it to where I'm at. People want to see people fail sometimes. It makes them feel better about themselves. They want to see that you can't do it because they couldn't. And one of the best things in life is proving them wrong. See, just because somebody else failed doesn't mean that you'll not succeed. And just because you failed doesn't mean that somebody else can't succeed. Life is interesting like that. Although we are all the same species, we are not all the same people. Something that somebody else hates, you can like. Something that somebody else can't complete can be very easy for you. Just remember that next time you're thinking about telling somebody they can't do it. Think about how much it would have meant to you when you were beginning if somebody had given you a boost. It takes nothing to encourage somebody. That's why I always believe in encouraging artists. Becoming an artist or a singer is a hard trek. It takes a very long time, but it takes no energy to encourage an artist, and it means the world sometimes. So never discourage anybody from following their dreams. Just think about how much you wish you would have had the bravery to follow your dreams, and hopefully you still are. Alright, so this game is almost over, and like I said, it has no real stop or beginning point. But I think we've talked enough today. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. I use it to help myself fall asleep when I'm having trouble turning off my brain, when I think too much about the different things in the world that bother me. So, if you guys enjoyed this, the game's name is Flow. And if you enjoyed this sort of episode, tell me, and we'll do one every now and then. But I like my normal, upbeat, video commentary than this more. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Like, favorite, subscribe, all of which helps me out. You guys, keep being good guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.